Moving along, on the outside we've got a handle here. It does have a little light. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little blue light. It's good at night. Keeps the bugs away. Your steps just basically pull straight out and lock into position. Now with your door, you've got just a door closed like that, everyday use. When you're traveling, you want to put it in the lock position. So you want to pull it back forward. All the vans are a little bit different. Some of them are forward, some of them are back, but it just says on here open and close. But what that does, if you have a look in here, when you lock it, it just pulls down these little levers, and that just pulls the door in nice and tight and secures it, rather than just relying on the normal lever there. Now when it's in the lock position, you can actually lock it from the key snub, and you can lock it with a key as well. If you don't put it in the lock position, if we don't lock it, you can't actually lock it. So to lock it, you've actually got to put it in the lock position. All right. Now to separate the screen door and the outside door, there's a little lever right back here. You just want to pull them apart, and the door just closes and works exactly the same. You put it in the lock position, you can lock it with a key, leave it for ventilation while you're out at the beach or wherever you are. And this door here, just got a little wire lever on the back, and that just hooks onto a little hook there, and that stays safely there. All right. Here we've got a picnic table, so we've just got the key from inside. You unlock these, just slides down. Good for putting bits and pieces, your keys, your phone, your wallet, all that sort of stuff. Toaster, if you're running toaster or kettle in a powered situation, you can plug your toaster in there. That's 240 volt power out. And then we've got 12 volt power under here, an aerial cable and USB as well. Moving around at the back of the van, we've got jerry can holders on some of our vans, and we've got diesel heaters. This one here, this is a diesel heater tank. So we fill that up from here before you leave, in the event that you need a diesel heater. You shouldn't need to fill that up again. They use very, very little diesel, but that's there. On the back here, you've got the spare tyre. Just remember that you've got roadside assistance, so don't be scared to use it. If you've got a flat tyre and you're not confident in changing it, don't change it. Call roadside assistance. All you got to do is call Camplify. They'll organise it all for you. You've paid for it, so you may as well use it. But the spare tyre is on the back there, and you can change that out. We've also got all our lights, so before you leave, you want to check all your tail lights are working. And we've got a reverse light on the back there that we can switch from the front there. And obviously the cameras, we only really use them for long-term hires, just because it's a big job to set up the camera cable through your car and the screen. So yes, they are fitted with cameras, but unless you're doing like a 3-month hire, 2-month hire, doing a long trip, we don't generally set them up, and depending on the car as to how easy it is to set up as well. Moving around to the driver's side of the van, this is the freshwater inlet. So this connects up to your hose. This is only used when you're camping in a caravan park or at home, if you just want to put water to it. So this will just give you mains water. If you're free camping, this would not be used at all. You'll be using tank water. It doesn't fill the tanks up from here. It only uses mains pressure to feed all the lines inside. Underneath here on this van here, this is our outlet for all our grey water. It doesn't do toilet water. It only does your shower water, your sink water, and your barbecue sink water as well. Moving along, if we were in a free camping scenario, these are your tanks. So the keys are inside, you undo your tanks and you fill up the tanks. This van here's got 200 litres, they all vary. Some of them have got 200, our bigger vans have got 300 litres of fresh water that we can fill up, and they just fill up from there, from those tanks there. Under here we've got our 15 amp mains power in. So this is the power that you'll grab from your caravan park, and that just plugs straight into there, and you got powers the whole van, turns the whole van on, gives you power everywhere. This is your outlet for your hot water system. Okay, so when you're on electric, say you're in a caravan park, you're using electricity, you won't ever feel this being hot or anything like that. But if you're free camping, you'll be running the gas hot water system, and we turn that on and off inside. So we'll show you how to do that. But this out here will get warm. It is an exhaust pipe. Won't get hot that you'll burn yourself, but you will feel a little bit of heat if you sort of walk past and it's on. It's just a gas outlet. Underneath here, we've got our 2 batteries are housed in here. Shouldn't have to open them or touch them at all, but that's where they are stored if you do need to find them. Underneath, we've got our 2 freshwater tanks underneath the front here, and we've got our exhaust under there as well for the diesel heater. In the front tunnel boot, we pulled out the ground mats already. So we've got a ground mat there, and that's just the side wall for the awning. So it just slides in the rope groove, and you can peg that down. Just gives you a bit of extra privacy in caravan parks, or blocks out a bit of the sun. In here we've got a little step stool if you need it. This is just a 10 amp to 15 amp power adapter. This is more for when you're at home. You know, you're packing a van tonight, you want to have the fridge and everything running, you don't want to be using all the power up out of the van. You can plug that in at home, and that'll run the fridge and the lights and that sort of stuff. Just keep the batteries top right up. But you don't want to be running the aircon through this system because it's too much power for this. It's designed to be run 15 amp power is what the vans run on. And this is just like a little bonus thing to help you get started at the first night, just to keep the fridge nice and cold so it's ready to go. We've also got a 12-volt fan in here as well, so if you're free camping, just helps with a little bit of coolness. We keep our broom in here, and we've got a little fold-out clothesline as well, because most of our vans have got washing machines in them. Now in here we've got 3 switches here. One's for the front light, that's above the toolbox. There's one for the light above the barbecue, and there's another light at the back that I showed you for the reverse light. So them switches are all in here, and you turn them on and off as you need them.